Good evening. I'm Dr. Shinadenigi. I'm here to talk about the fifth module of our teaching series on efficacies of power, which is the power of decision making. Many of us will know that decision making is very key. Whatever you decide, you become. So it is very important that you work on your decision. On your decision is very important before you make a decision, because it's what make you. Whenever you make a wrong decision, it will affect your future. So in order for you not to be affected in your future, you have to be careful about whatever decision that you are making, about whatever decision that you are making. So in other words, there is need for you to begin to see what is important in decision making. And that's why we are here today to discuss on that particular aspect of our lives, the power of decision making. Number one thing that you need to know about the power of decision making is taking this particular quote from Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins said, your life changed the moment you make a new, congruent, and committed decision. When you make a congruent and committed decision. Very important. Now, we are going to the introduction. What we need to know about decision making. The ability to make decisions promptly and stick with them is crucial. Indecision and procrastination are major obstacles to success. Success doesn't happen overnight, but it begins with one smart decision. Cultivate the habit of making decisive and timely decision. If your decision, it is your decision, not your condition, which shape your lives. Your decision is what shape your lives, not your condition. What is decision? What's decision? A decision is defined as a conscious choice among alternative course of action, followed by activities to implement the choice. A decision is defined as a conscious choice among alternative courses of action, followed by activities to implement the choice. You have many choices, then you need to take one out of those choices. Probably is what this decision is all about. Decision making can also be defined as process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the resources of an organization in order to achieve its goal efficiently. A decision is defined as a conscious choice, like I have said the other time, among alternative course of action, followed by activities to implement the choice. Very important. You need to know this. You need to know this. Now, decision making is the cornerstone of planning. We have talked about cornerstone in our module 4. And then we talked about planning so that your future can be brighter. Except if you fail to plan, plans to fail, right? So, but if you are planning, there is still need for you to make a concrete decision that will help you to achieve that particular plan that you have made. So that's what we are saying here. Decision making is the cornerstone of successful life. You want to achieve success in life, you have to take decisions that will make your life different from others. Decision making is the cornerstone of success in life. What you do today is the result you will get tomorrow. What you do today is the result you will get tomorrow. So be careful of whatever decision that you are making or that you want to take. Your decision matters. Be careful. Why at the point of making decision? Because your decision will either make or mar you. You are who you are based on your decision. You are who you are based on your decision. Decision-making process. A decision-making process is a series of chain of related steps that leads up to an action or an outcome of assessment. So if you are making a decision, there are chains of actions that you need to take in order for you to get a desired outcome or result based on that particular decision that you have made. So we need to look at the nature of decision. I will use an organization as a case study here. Managers at all organizational level make decision. Effective decision making requirements is very key. So let's talk about the type of decision now. There are program and unprogrammed decision. Decision making under state of certainty, under uncertainty, and under risk. These three things we are going to look at. There are decisions that you make based on being proactive and reactive decision, intuitive and statistic decision. So all these are what we are going to expatiate on within the course of this class. Let's look at them one by one. Decision making under state of certainty and uncertainty and under risk. Before you take some risk, you need to, think twice, because not all risks are profitable. Of course, we believe that risk taker get the greater returns, but not in all cases. If you want to get the desired result from your decision, you need to take a quality decision that will not hinder you or mar you, but that will propel you to achieve your goal as an individual or as an organization. Now, there are the steps, decision steps. Number one, before you take decision, diagnose and define the problem. What is the problem? And analyze that problem, diagnose it, and then understand what that problem is. Then establish specific goal and objective from the problem that you have diagnosed. Then from the goal and objective, generate alternatives. If this is not working, this one will work. Then from there, gather, analyze relevant facts. What are those things that will be required for you to achieve that particular objective or goal? Evaluate those alternatives. Select one alternatives. Analyze the possible consequences of the decision. Know, implement the decision, and follow up. These are the steps. 9 steps. Number one, diagnose and define problem, establish specific goals and objectives, generate alternatives, gather and analyze the relevant facts, evaluate the alternatives, select an alternative, analyze the possible consequence of the decision, implement the decision, and follow up. Individual decision-making and group decision-making, they are two different things. That's why in an organization like a manufacturing company, for instance, there is something they call goal congruence. Every individual have their own goal. They have their own particular objective they want to achieve. But you have to harmonize this goal with the organizational goal in order for the organization to move forward. If you are basing your own goal, your own individual goal at the ends of above the organizational goal, then you are drawing back such an organization. So everybody has to come to the table and place and bring their own decision, and then the organization will now harmonize all those decisions to form one particular goal that will drive the entire organization forward. So that's what we are saying. That's an advantage of individual and organization goal is it will help you as an individual to become who you are, because you'll be able to choose among alternatives. It will help you to choose among alternatives. Now, decision-making techniques, we talk about brainstorming. You think, go to a place that is quiet, think about the problem, then you'll be able to provide solution to an idea will definitely come. And once the idea comes, you'll be able to provide solution to whatever problems that you are confronted as an individual that you needed to solve the problem. But without that, you may not be able to do much. Then we have another one, cost benefit. You have to weigh the cost of your decision and the benefit that you are going to achieve from that particular decision. These two are very key. Whoever that is taking any decision without considering these two may not be able to achieve something important or something significant at the end of his decision making. So you have to weigh the two, the cost and the benefit. Brainstorming is the process where a group of individuals generate ideas according to a rules. You sit down either as an individual or collectively as a team. Then everybody will come up with different ideas. Then will now, select based on rules all those ideas that will work for the organization or for that individual. So that is organization. Then the cost and benefits, which is very key that I have just spoken about, it enables decision maker to compare alternatives and select the best cost that will go with it. This is the best ratio. The least cost means achieving an objective of an expenditure. When you have the least cost, then you target what the result will be, not that because the cost is small, and then you venture into it. What if there are other factors that you have never considered? So don't look at the cost, but look at what the minimum cost that you can gain, but that is not the most important thing. The most important thing is, would the decision be of benefits to you and your future? That's what matters. You are on decision away from completely different life. Tomorrow won't be different if you don't change something today. Tomorrow will not be different if you don't change something today. Be decisive. Be decisive. Be decisive. A wrong decision is less disastrous than indecision. When you are not taking any decision at all, it's more disastrous, it's dangerous than you not taking decision. Take decision. Of course, you might have some challenges based on whatever. There is still room for you to, review whatever decision that you have made. Even a correct decision is when it's too late. So your decision should be timely. It should be timely. Timely. So I will be rounding up here. Be decisive. Be decisive. Don't forget I said a wrong decision is less disastrous than indecision. When you don't make decision at all, it's dangerous than you making decision that will even cause you more problem for you to solve. The more problem you solve, the better you become in life. Yeah, thank you for listening. I believe this model will have done help to some people, because by the time you are looking at all these things that we are putting together here, they are benefit to people, especially whoever that wants to make adequate decision for his future. Decision making is very key. It's very important in our daily lives, in our business, in our marriage, in our career, in every area of our lives. Make quality decision. Thank you. Join me on Module 6 and next time. I'm Shino Adeniji.